Hello, my name is GIY, and today I'm going to be your IELTS instructor. What is your name?
My name is Minh.
Châu, your test has got 3 parts. In part 1, I'm going to ask you some simple questions. In part 2, you're going to talk about a topic, and in part 3, you are going to further discuss this topic. Do you understand?
Yes.
Have you got any questions?
No.
Can I start?
Yes.
Okay. First, where do you come from?
I come from Vietnam, especially Hanoi. It's the capital city of Vietnam.
And do you live in a house or an apartment?
I'm now living in a small flat with my families. It's in the meetings district. It's not a big one, but I think it's convenient for me.
Okay. And can you tell me a little bit about your family?
Yes, my family has 4 people. My parents, my sister, and me. We are in the different generation, but I think it's not a big problem for us to sharing with each other.
Okay. And can you tell me some advantages and disadvantages from your house?
The advantages first, I think it's convenience for me to have my daily life and have activities for my own, but I think it's kinda not really suitable for me because I prefer a house than a flat because it's bigger and I can have my own room.
Okay. And now moving on to hobbies. Do you like reading?
I'm not really a fan of reading.
And what type of activities do you like to do in your free time?
I don't like doing the too boring activities. I sometimes listening to music, but I'm more often doing sports such as taekwondo or volleyball, but I think taekwondo is the one I do most.
Okay. And how long have you been interested in these activities?
To be honest, I was my first time doing taekwondo is when I was in the first grade. So it's been 8 years.
Do you think you have enough free time for your hobbies?
I don't think so because I'm now a student, so I have to spend most of my time to studying, and I prefer to have more time for my hobbies, but I cannot.
And now let's move to history. What did you study in history in school? What are you studying in history in school?
I'm now in grade 8 and we are now studying for the some war in Vietnam. I think so.
And do you enjoy studying history at school?
I'm not really enjoying studying history. I prefer the other subject, but I think I think we need to study history to improve ourselves.
Okay. And how often do you watch TV programs about history?
To be honest, I don't really prefer to watch TV. I watch reels in my phone more often, but it's not really about history.
Okay, good. Now let's move on to part 2. Okay, I would like you to tell me about a neighborhood you lived in when you were a child. You should tell me where in your town the neighborhood was, what kind of people lived there, what was it like to live in this neighborhood, and explain if you would live there again. You have got 1 minute to prepare and 2 minutes to talk about it. Your time starts now. can start now.
Yes. To be honest, neighborhood, my neighborhood that I lived when I was child, it's not the place that I'm living now, but I still have many memorable things there. It was my neighborhood was in GIY district, the same as mine now, but those two are kind of far. There are many people living there, but especially I think there are family with kids because it has a playground, and many kids as same as mine age at that moment went there to play when they finished school. I think it's not really comfortable places to live because I think it's old and the flat there were not really big. My flat there was just has one bedroom, but so it's kind of not really comfortable for my family that had 4 people at that moment. But I think for some small families, like there are 2 people, they're just parent or just 1 kid, is kind of suitable. It's kind of suitable to live there. I was really enjoying to live there because as I mentioned, there's a playground, so I really enjoyed the time that I played there with my friends when I was a child. In my place, the place that I'm living now, it's bigger, it's more convenient, but I think I cannot get that memorable things that I got in my elder neighborhood.
Okay. Now let's move to part 3. Okay, let's talk a little bit about your neighbors. What do you think neighbors can do to help each other?
In my opinion, neighbor is really important for everyone. I think in neighborhood, people should have friends there because like we can helping each other when we have a problem, and it's gonna be easy to sharing and have like memorable things together.
Okay, and how important do you think it is to get good neighbors?
Yes, I think it's really neat to have a good neighbor because I don't think because as I mentioned, neighbors can share with each other their problem, so they can easier to find the way to solve the problem.
And what makes a neighborhood unsafe?
I think the things that make neighborhood unsafe, that's the first one is the security. If they're a neighborhood that there are many thieves and they often have to live in a worry, I don't think that they would really enjoy and feel safe in living there.
Okay, this is the end of your speaking test.